Good morning, everyone. It's me, Butterfly Spirit 314. So today's January 6th of 2025. Um, just using my heater to warm up my feet. Um, so anyway, guys, what I wanted to talk about this morning is I'm about to log in for work, and today I'm working from home. Last time I worked from home, it was like a year ago. And this was when I was like a contractor for my job and all that. So maybe, yeah, I think it was like last year, sometime. And I found it to be super stressful working from home, because at work I have like three screens that I get to look at, and stuff, which makes like my job a lot easier. But working from home is different because I only have the tiny little laptop screen and stuff. So it's definitely an experience. It's gonna be it's gonna be an experience, to say uh, the least. So what I'm trying to do is make myself comfortable this morning. So I do already have myself logged in for work, which is good. I found myself this morning just thinking about a few things. One of the things I found myself thinking about is there's literally like probably outside, probably like 8 to 10 inches of snow outside. Um, and all that snow outside, that makes it like super difficult for anybody to go anywhere. None of my neighbors, I haven't heard any of their cars start or anything like that. So I guess everybody's kind of just at home because the roads are not clear. So everybody in the neighborhood's kind of stuck. Last night I was outside. I think it was like I think it was like 10:30. I was like shoveling the snow for the mail person so they can at least be able to walk the path and stuff, up to my front door, instead of them having to like trudge through like 8 to 10 inches of snow. So it is pretty. There's a lot of snow out there. That's going on and everything. It's a lot. Um, and I swept my car off as much as I could last night, um, with using a broom. So I had a broom downstairs in the basement, so I used that to sweep, and stuff. So sweep my car off a bit and stuff. There is a layer of like I saw in my car there's like ice on my car. So there's like ice, and then on top of that, like it looks like basically ice is on there first, and then like it was on like the first few layers, and then the next thing is like snow. So yeah. um I just heard somebody slam a door outside. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe some people are going to try to go to work, but the basically, what I saw online, it said that it's best for people to stay off the roads right now. So it's not good conditions right now to be driving or anything. So on Friday, before I left work, because I was after I clocked out, um, I saw one of my coworkers, and she said that on Friday I saw her, and she was like, "Well, I'm coming to work whether snow or no snow. I'm coming to work." And now that I see how much snow is on the ground, like I think that's literally impossible, for my coworker, because she's like she was gonna do. She's like, "Snow, no snow. I'm coming in," and I'm like, and she said she can work from home, and I was like, "Yikes." And I admired her bravery at the time. Now I'm kind of thinking back, like, she's not going to be able to get to work. Like, unless she lives like super close to the job, she's not going to be able to. One of the guys on my team, he lives across the street from the job. So for him, he could just like walk across the street and go into work. I don't live that close to my job, so I'd have to make the drive. And so luckily I'm already set up on my computer, so I'm going to be to work from home today. But there are some people that are, I'm sure, stressing out right now because they can't work from home. There are people who they work jobs where they have to go to work to actually do their job. And I know people must be really stressing out because the roads are bad. They can't get to work. If they can't get to work, they can't make money. They can't make money. They can't pay for stuff like, bills and, you know, utilities, your electric, gas, water, sewer, trash, you know, um, heat, you know. So that's a big stressor to be on somebody. And with how long the snow is going to be around, the snow is going to be around for at least snow is going to be around at least I think at least a week or so. Like I think it's gonna get up to like above freezing. Like it will, but like it might be a week and a half before the snow is gone. Hopefully, the roads are clear before then because I would probably get stir crazy be in the house that long. So yeah, because I would get stir crazy. But this weather, it's really something. It's really crazy the way the weather is out there, and I just really feel for people who are elderly or sick or whatever because ambulances wouldn't be able to get to them, which sucks. And I really feel for those people because, like, I've had family members who depended on that, so that's tough. So, you know, I really am hopeful that people are warm. I know there's homeless people out there. I hope that they're able to be warm, have food and blankets, and a warm place to go. Because this weather like this is really tough. It really is. Um, so I just kind of, just thinking about things. Um, for my coworker that says she's going to go to work whether snow or no snow, I don't even want her to attempt to try to get out there and drive because it's the weather is not worth your life. Like there's no reason, like there's no reason, but there's the way stuff is, the roads are not even clear. And I wouldn't want her to get into an accident or get stuck somewhere, because she's want to go to work. Like if anything, like, I hope she's safe at home personally. I wouldn't want her to like try to brave it or any of that stuff. Like I really wouldn't want her to do that. So I just, I want people to be safe. I know what this weather. I know the reality of this weather. Um, how cold it is. There are some people who may not have electricity and um, gas in their house. Um, and there are some people who are going through some tough stuff. I know personally what it's like to lose somebody to um, these kind of weather conditions. So um, somebody very near and dear to my heart. So um, you know, guys, if you live in the Midwest or whatever in the US, don't try to risk your life by going out there and braving that weather. Just kind of sit tight. If you can work with your job, I would try that's what I would do, is work with your job that you can on, seeing if you can use like your time off or something like that, or if you can work from home or something like that, you know. Yeah. Um, and I know being stuck inside for people, if they're in a relationship with somebody, and they're stuck and they can't go to work, it might be tough on them, you know, because, if you get stuck at home, you get stir crazy, you're more likely to, fight with somebody or whatever, because you can't leave, type of thing. Yeah. And, working from home, it has its challenges too. Like I was saying, like I'm dealing with the stress of like stuff, but yeah, I'm dealing with the stress of things, but you know, I think I'm just trying to make myself comfortable to get through this. Um, I'm really glad that I went to the store and got some food, so I got things. I did discover last night there was another mouse in my kitchen, so I have to catch him. So I was hoping the problem was over and done with, but it's not necessarily fixed. But I'm on the road to it, and it is stressing me out. I have to have a handyman to come in and like seal off where the mice are getting in my kitchen, and I think I'll be pretty well straight after that. So yeah, but this is just a life before I go to work and everything, guys. But I just wanted to just hop up on here. Normally, I don't do a morning live with a damn, especially not when I'm going to work. Um, but I just thought I would just kind of share my thoughts with you guys about like what's on my mind and stuff. So yeah, but I hope you guys have a great morning. I hope all is well with you guys, because I'm grateful for the conditions I have right now. To have electric and heat, and water and internet and food. I'm grateful to have those things, because there's people out there who don't have those things. So anyway, thank you all for watching this morning, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.